Salvete Spectatores, it's Masopust. Welcome to Pillars of Eternity. Now I know I'm a little bit late to the party. I've bought the game on Steam in a 60% off Paradox sale weekend. We have the White March 1 and 2, which is kind of an expansion installed, so we'll do that again. As well, I meant. And I really like the screen here. A small settlement. Wanderers here with a dog in the snow. I mean, it's still very hot here in Austria, so I would welcome some of the snow. Let's go right in. The only thing I've done, I've dabbled a bit with the character designer. We're gonna play on hard without expert or trial of iron because I haven't played a game like this apart from Robin Hood. So, and hard should be easy enough to pose a challenge while not being too difficult. So here we get a little bit of an introduction. Nothing major. This seems to be some kind of a temple with a picture of a god and a huge window Rosetta. I wonder if this will play any important role. I guess so. Weapons and shield grant bonuses that stack with bonuses from other item types. Okay. I really like the L of the loading. The calligraphed in the bottom right corner. And what we see here in the background is the setting of our first campaign. I've just about watched the first video of some other Let's Players, so I know how to make this and so on, but I don't really know what to do.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Alright, so this is our setup. Small caravan with just 5 wagons. Okay, and we dive directly into the character development. I'm gonna go with male, because first it makes much more sense for a fighter to be male than female. You can see how much bigger and stronger he is. The place of man in society varies from culture to culture. Cultures like Adir and the Direwood place, blah blah blah, forefront of military, politics and heavy labor, like in our world. I'm not gonna read all of this here before, this will take too long. In game we will explore everything very thoroughly. So, race, human, that's good. There is Aumaua, it's something like an avatar, they remind me heavily of it. It's a race akin to water. You can see they have kind of a lizard hide here. They're dwarves, which look kind of stupid actually. Elves. It's actually a pale elf here. Then something like all... I think these are halflings or gnomes, something like that, and godlike, which I don't really know what to make of them. I think they are men. Like akin to the wild cards from George R. R. Martin with strange features. We'll go with human, standard. I want to roleplay, so I need to identify myself with this guy here. We're gonna go with the meadow folk. This is the race of the Direwood. They are quite close to elves, it says here, and they work beside forests. And then there's the ocean folk, which is the most common one. They have darker skin, and the savannah folk, which are kind of Arabs, I guess. So I'm gonna go with the meadow folk. What I missed to mention is, so humans get resolve and might, which is good for close combat fighters. Male and female is no difference. Meadowfolk, there is not really a difference, they're all the same. Now here we can choose our class, which will have a lot of impact. There's Barbarian, Chanter. I read all through this, and I want to go with a melee build for the first game. Most of the time I really don't like mages. There's Priest, Paladin, just going through them real quick. Ranger, Rogue, and Wizard. I'm gonna go with the Fighter. I think it looks best. We get constant recovery, so we regenerate endurance, which is the short-term survivability. Okay, we get athletics, lore, and survival, which is good. So let's go next. We can choose between knockdown, which is one special combat effect. I guess this game is something similar to Drakensang, if one of you played that. I think it's a German production, where you fight in real time, can pause all the time and click for select special traits. From the game setup, it's a lot like Robin Hood, Legend of Sherwood. So accuracy goes up for 15 seconds plus 20. So accuracy is part of almost every attack. Okay, so this is a temporary boost to everything, and this is one special attack. 2 per encounter, melee only, speed average. So this is one super hit, and I like that. I know that from Drakensang, dwarves were able to do that there. And here we can choose our stats, our base stats, and the gold star says it's very important for us to take it, resolve, constitution, and it's also good to take some might. And the rest is unimportant, so I'm gonna go down 8 here and try to max these guys out. Okay, so perception, dexterity, and intellect. 19, 18, let's go down to 16 maybe. Like 8 on every other aspect and 16 might, 18 constitution, 19 resolve. This looks good. Constant recovery, yep, that's because of the soldier. Now we can choose the culture, which still applies something. Resolve is very good. Dexterity we don't really need. Resolve. So either Adir, Ixam, Middle Plains. Not really good. Constitution is as well quite nice. Might, not that important. So Constitution, Rauatai. From the text, I think I'm gonna go with the Adir. He has a sword and a shield. I would wonder if this has huge impact on the game. One big axe? Or one spear maybe? 2 spears? Nah, I'm not sure. Nah, let's go with a short sword and a round shield. We have the Adir. The Adir Empire is currently the largest and most powerful force in this part of the world. It is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. Though the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world, Greater Adir is its heart and houses the majority of its human and elven nations. Oh wait, we get 1 resolve. So we have 20 resolve now. So resolve is reflection of internal drive, determination, and fearlessness. Okay, leadership, convincing performances. Actually, maybe Constitution sounds better. Okay, here this is a melting pot. And also the X seems better to our knockdown. Let's go with the Rauatai. Dominated by the Omawa nation of Rauatai, the Gulf itself is host to a number of nations. Most of them Omawa, Orlan, and Dwarven. Though these countries are relatively young, they are some of the most advanced colonial settlements in the East. Yeah, I like that. The Gulf is a land of riches and resources for those who can take them. Violent storms, okay. And it works for that to be... Okay, here we can choose our background. What do we want? Lore, stealth mechanics, Athletics, mechanics, lore mechanics. Athletics, survival, slave. We don't want to be a slave. Huh. I don't need lore, I guess. Athletics is good for physical feats. Stealth. Allows us to encroach more. Actually, if we take Adir... Yeah, I wanted to do that actually. So we pick Adir. And because I want to go with colonist. I don't know why we can't pick colonist with the other culture. I like survival. This says we can choose some long-term bonuses each time we camp. The first 6 grant... I mean, I don't know if I'm mouse killing right now, but it looks very nice actually, these bonuses. Damage reduction, received healing multiplier, bonus movement, blah blah. After the 6th, the rank becomes more powerful of the previous 6. Okay. We are an Adirian colonist. I'm gonna go with this portrait because the other ones I don't really like. So we have to make sure that this guy looks like the portrait. The hair is a dark brown. Now the facial hair should be something like this. The hair... nothing too spectacular. This looks good. Looks close to the portrait. Now the head... 4 looks pretty good. He doesn't look mean in the picture. So I guess this is fine. Primary and secondary colors concerning the armor. So this is cloth material, so not really a leather brown, more like a beige. That was actually quite good. And secondary could be a darker leather. Yeah, whatever. This looks good. Voice. I want to go with male stoic.
Follow me. Let's go!
I'm not sure for you guys what's the best.
Shh. Well?
Watch and learn.
Show him how it's done! Keeping quiet.
Yeah, stoic is not really aggressive or anything like it. We're gonna call ourselves, of course, Masopust. Something else? No, that's alright. So we're a level 1 fighter, done. Good, now let's get started. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red moustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns on you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
So we need water.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Odema looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfell, who carries an old sun-bleached brow. He nods in your direction when he says that. Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Okay, implying there is maybe something left. Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
There's a concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do they get around here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beawick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
Okay. What are these huge rocks coming out of the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
I'll go see about these berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travels, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's nights sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up of her own, on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
Okay.
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Alright. So what you wanna bet that the ruins, the bivouac, will be important. So also maybe these stones. I don't know if what this guy says is just random lore or is very important. So we have to explore. And I mean, I wanna explore everything. Charon Life doesn't agree with you, does it? You look as raw as the merchant Hoden. Okay. There's some horses. But nothing really else. Uh-huh. The fallen tree doesn't budge. Sap oozes from the jagged wound.
Not looking forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Okay, so here is where we have to go further. So there's all kinds of ruins. Interesting. This is the center here.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Let's see what you've got. Okay. So... I guess that means we have 100 gold and 0 out of 2 tents. Party stash. I have a ring. Okay. This item grants the ability to shield the wearer from the myriad perils that plague the world of Eora. So this is apparently the world name. An aspect of the god Eotas, Gone represents the harvest of old age, symbolized here by the many interlocking sickles that form the ring. Okay. And a giant miniature space piglet. Pet. This tiny titanic pig has an otherworldly appearance that seems to be at odds with its endearing behavior. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in terms of companionship. Okay. So we could buy a crossbow, a greatsword, a hunting bow, a pike, quarterstaff, warbow. Interesting. Damage 12 to 17, base 11 to 16. So this is quite elaborate here. We could also buy some armor. Well, actually we can't because we don't have money. We could buy some lockpicks. Potion of regeneration, that's interesting. Small shield. Hater. Sword. 8 deflection, 12 deflection, but minus accuracy, okay. So this is kind of a buckler. I guess we have the standard sword. Rod. Okay. Battle axe. Let's check out our sword. Go away. Sword has damage 12 to 17. Rapier has less. Flail. Actually, the sword is pretty good. Pike. Pike is very strong. Interesting. Because it's two-handed. That may be the case. So we can't take a shield then. Greatsword is also two-handed. Yeah, let's not buy anything for now. Just be about our business. Let's explore. I mean, if you have played Robin Hood, you'll see the similarity. The 2D map with beautiful crafted environments. And the guys you can just order around. I think you cannot make them run with a double click. What's this? Travelers maybe, or looters, or bandits. Bad sign anyway, you figure it. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from it in putrid waves. A dark crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. Interesting, we can loot a leather armor and a lockpick. Great. So apparently they got ambushed or had a fight. Here we have a bridge, so let's explore this one. It's quite slow going, so my companion here has a torch and an axe, I guess. Yeah. A lamp, okay. I'm sorry if it's too slow for you, but I like to discover everything before I move on, basically. I like how this becomes undivisible when we proceed further.
This is recent. Not good.
The footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days or longer. Okay, so she says it's recent. Have to believe her. There's nothing else for us, so let's go back. Okay, there is definitely an end to the map, like here. Can't go further. Let's move on. I wonder if she's permanent in our party or only temporarily. She has less endurance and less health, so she's not as good as we are. Nothing over there. Burned lady. I don't think that's what we wanted. The special ingredient.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Okay, so here's a wolf. A young wolf. He will instantly use his knockdown. Okay, and she will use knockdown on the other wolf. Did he miss? Let's try it one more time. Okay, she can use it again on this guy. It's better to focus on one guy at a time. Okay, we managed to kill them. So she lost some health. We did too. Interesting.
Right.
We can loot them. And here is a dead deer, it looks like.
This is it.
Springberry, excellent. Odima said you were some kind of colonist before coming here. If that's the case, you'll fit right in. Whole country's bunch of colonists. You like frontier life, or what? There was a fortune to be made where I was. It wasn't by choice. I was fleeing persecution. Okay, so we can only pick one of these guys, I think. I was there to pacify the land and the people who were native to it. Are we a fortune builder? I think so. Yeah. How is it you happened to come here? I thought it was what I wanted. Turned out I was wrong. Okay. The well of riches had dried up. I knew only hardship there. There was no fortune to be found there, just a lot of work for nothing. That's a damn little run of luck. Maybe the new setting will turn things around for you. Kaliska breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Redrick's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You're just settled like the rest of the lot. It's a hard offer to pass up. No, I'm just passing through. I hadn't given you much thought. Yeah, why not? We're a colonist. You won't find many offers like this in these parts. Believe me. Got some big plans in store. I have no idea. Getting filthy rich. I'm going to settle here and start a new life. I'm going to lay low here for a while. I'm not aware of anything evil we did in the past, so I'm just getting rich, I guess. Ah, man after my own heart. May your luck be better than mine. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odem will give me an earful. Let's spin our way. Why are you here? Tell me about yourself. What can you tell me about Direwood? Okay, I want to know about Direwood. I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the 80-year Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty and that's how you like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People have trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. Interesting. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. Interesting. So there is maybe something magical going on, that women can't get children? Why are you here? Kaliska sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried. But it's how she always is. This time though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Ixla Middle. I don't know how that's pronounced. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here and we'll see. Odima I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive on a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Direwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Roatai and another in Adir. My sister in Gilded Vale, she's the only real homebody. Okay, I guess she's of the same culture as we are. Let's go back to the camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfell's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down the way. Come on, let's get you your water. Good. Collect some springberries, find Sparfell.
Yeah.
Okay. There's another bunch of berries. At Meth's word. This path winds through a narrow canyon, back to where you came.
You shouldn't stray too far.
Grooves in road mark the passage of hundreds of caravans. Okay. Interesting, lantern. Nothing over there. Should we go to the stream? Find Sparfell. There's the camp. Huh. I wonder where we should go. He's not here. He should be somewhere we already have looked. Not over here, I guess.
What you need?
So you go there.
Yeah.
Nope. Let's just check out. Uh-huh.
What a surprise. Sparfell went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
So at this point, I'll make a break. This first episode went a little bit longer. I thank you all for watching. I'll keep it between 20 and 30 minutes per episode. I don't know how long exactly. If you like it on YouTube, I'll hope I can see you in the next episode. See you soon.